Hey guys, today we are going to be doing a gubernational, or governorship, election predictions in 2022. This is going to be a little weirder because governorships are really weird because, the states elect anyone really, like Kansas, Louisiana, and Kentucky, like they have Democratic governors, and states like whatchamacallit, sorry, oh yeah, Vermont, New Hampshire, and Massachusetts, they all have Republican governors, so it really doesn't matter who the party is. The governorships are usually about whatever, so it's kind of trickier, but it's going to be fun. So, safe states: California, Gavin Newsom; Oregon, I forgot the name. Illinois, I'm going to give to J.P. Pritzker in a likely margin. I don't see him really winning in a safe margin anytime soon. Maryland, and this would be a gain because Larry Hogan is term limited and he was a pretty popular governor. He was a Republican, but he was you could say a liberal Republican, and so that's why he won in Maryland. But right now, the only chances for the Republicans are like 0. Connecticut, Rhode Island, New York, and Hawaii. Safe states for the Republicans: Alaska, Idaho, Wyoming, South Dakota, Nebraska, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Tennessee, Alabama, and South Carolina. Iowa, I'm going to give it to Kim Reynolds in a likely margin, 9 points. The polls are showing that she will win it by this, and I do think this will happen because I don't know. Here, wait, look. Yeah, this poll is showing she would win by 8 points, and I think that is pretty accurate. 8 points or 9 points. I would say 9 points. I do think that she's going to win no matter what, but I'm going to say 9-point margin for Reynolds because I think, governorships, like I said earlier, it is different, and I feel like there might be some people that might be feeling appeal to the Democratic Party there, but barely any people, but a little more than usual. So that's why I'm going to give him in a likely margin. Maybe Roe v. Wade, because Iowa bans all abortions now after Roe v. Wade is overturned. So that maybe could help the cause a little bit. I mean, the Democrats, and to a likely margin as well. But, Kim Reynolds will win. There's no doubting that. Also, Ohio. Let me look at Ohio. They don't have Ohio. And Ohio, I'll give that to DeWine by likely margin as well. Florida, DeSantis, I think, will also win by likely margin. And, I forgot. Vermont, New Hampshire, and Massachusetts, I do think those will all be safe for the Republican Party. Yeah. Ron DeSantis is a star. Nobody's going to defeat him at all. Let's look at the thing right here. Ron DeSantis he's going to win. To be honest, not too many people really knew about Ron DeSantis until of late. I would say 2020-ish, more people knew about him. But, yeah, Nikki Fried would be a terrible candidate. Charlie Crist, that's a better chance for the Democrats. But Nikki Fried, I just don't think she would be that good of a candidate. As you can see, 15 margin. Charlie Crist is likely to be the nominee, though. So I do think that he will be the more likely person to win the nomination. But, I think it'd be likely margin. Anywhere from 9 to 6 points, really. It could be 6 points. That's what I was showing. I could see that. I likely 7. But Florida's not going to the Democrats anytime soon. And then let's do Texas. Yeah, Texas, I put in my latest video of governor races, which was pretty long ago, maybe like 2 or 1 months ago. I gave it to Beto. Not Beto. I gave it to Greg Abbott by a lean margin. And I still might, but I just want to look at the polling. Yeah, when I did that, I think it was probably when he had a bigger chance. Right now, his chances are not the biggest. So, yeah, Greg Abbott is a pretty attackable candidate, but I just don't feel like anything. So, sorry, I don't feel like anything's really going for Beto. I don't think he has really any chance of winning. He is. I think he's probably the best candidate that they can get. I think Beto obviously won in a landslide, but I think that Beto will lose by a lean margin. I would say by a bigger margin, 5 points. So I could put this in a likely margin. But I'm just going to say still lean, but in a larger margin than my last video. Greg Abbott is the incumbent Republican governor of Texas, so it's like he's not going to lose. There are more young people moving to Texas, but I don't think that's not in there. Oh, sorry. Well, they are going to go out for Beto O'Rourke. And also the Hispanic vote is kind of slipping away from the Democratic Party a little bit, and obviously Texas has a big Hispanic population, so that could hurt him a little bit. But yeah, I'm just going to put that in lean still for now. Georgia. Okay, I should have. Sorry, I just gonna get something up fast. I didn't get these polls up. Um, Georgia. I don't think anyone's gonna think that. I don't think. I feel. Well, I think everybody can agree that Georgia is not gonna go to Stacey Abrams, but the margin is disputed. Anywhere from a tilt to lean margin. That's what people are talking about. I think it would be lean. The polls The polls are favoring Kemp by 6 points, so that even could be a likely margin. 6 points, 3 points. I would say 3 to 5 points is likely, so I'm going to put that in a lean margin. I don't know. I just don't like Brian Kemp is somewhat, he's an incumbent in Georgia, incumbent governor of Georgia. It's kind of like Greg Abbott a little bit too. Stacey Abrams is Beto O'Rourke. Well, I feel like this would be closer than Texas though, because obviously the minority vote in Georgia is a big deal. So I do think the polls are showing 3 points. I'm gonna say 2 points for Purdue. That's like 2.8ish. That for me seems outright. I don't know about big, but I do think Brian Kemp will win re-election. I do not see Stacey Abrams winning. Sadly, I love Stacey Abrams. She's one of my favorites, but she really doesn't have any chance. She is the best candidate in my opinion that she can get. 5 point margin projection. Polling is showing it 6% of the vote is unsure. Brian Kemp almost has 50%, but he has 49%. And Stacey Abrams, if you round it up, has 45%. So it's really just not. I don't know. I just don't see her winning. I love her though, but she is not gonna win. If Purdue was the nominee, though, I think she would have a bigger chance of winning. But right now, if you see independents, she's not doing that great. White voters, she is doing very bad. And you need to get at least, I would say you have to get, if you want to win in Georgia as a Democrat, you have to get at least 30-ish% of the vote. She has 26. Black vote, obviously, Stacey Abrams is winning by a landslide. Male, female, Abrams is winning. Male, obviously Kemp is winning. So, yeah, I love Stacey Abrams, but she's not going to win, sadly. Also, Kansas, I'm going to put in margin. This would be a gain for the Republicans. For the Republicans, there is a Democratic current governor, Laura Kelly. She has low chances of winning. She won the last election just because of the Republican nominee who was really bad, and it was a blue wave year. So 3 points, I see that happening. 2 points, maybe. There's not a lot to say here. It is I wouldn't say it's completely a red wave year. I do say the Republicans have a huge advantage, but I wouldn't say red wave yet. I don't know. Yeah, not yet. I would not say red wave. I would just say favorability. But yeah, Laura Kelly basically has no chance. There's not a lot to say about this. Let's look at polling from here. Oops. Okay. Yeah, this poll is biased. There's not been a lot of polls. The most recent one's from April shows Smith's winning by 4. Kelly is winning by, well, these are two biased ones. The least biased one is this one as a B. There's not that good polls in Kansas though, but I do think Laura Kelly would win. I mean, not win. Sorry. Let's do. I'm kind of going random. Let's do. Let's just do Colorado. Colorado, safe margin for Jared Polis. I do not see it going anywhere else. We can try to find a poll and see. I'm not going to talk about the state a lot. It could be going to likely margin. I feel like the likely margin in Colorado for Democrats is mostly for Senate. Oh, this is closer than. There's not been a lot of polls there. Last one was in October, for crying out loud. This one shows, yeah. These are all bad polling. So I'm just gonna say, I feel like Democrats in Colorado win by likely margins overall. So I'm just gonna give Jared Polis a likely margin there, 9 points. This is a likely margin. Yeah, I feel like this is a likely margin. New Mexico. So New Mexico is a weird one because everybody did not think this was gonna be a competitive state. But then polls are showing that it's going to be pretty more competitive than people think. I do think the Democrat will win, but it's going to be closer than people think. And projection margin on racetothewhitehouse.com. This is a site I'm using. I forgot to say that. But 1.8% to the Democrats. This can make sense. I'm going to give that to a lean margin too. I don't see the Republicans winning New Mexico yet. New Mexico does have weirder ideologies, Democratic ideologies. But I don't see the Republicans winning. What's the guy's name? That guy. I just really don't see him winning. I think he's just a weather guy. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think he's just a weather guy. I'll search it up. Oops, sorry. Yeah, I know for sure that guy's a weather guy and he's winning. But yeah, that's pretty much it for New Mexico. I don't know what else really to say. Governorships are not my strong suit. I should have said that earlier. I'm not good at governorships. That is not my thing. I'm better at the Senate stuff, I think. But yeah, I still wanted to make this video. Arizona, I'm gonna have to give to a tilt margin. Arizona, Kari Lake is a bad candidate in Arizona. She might appeal to some people, and it is a red wave year, but I do not see Kari Lake winning. She's the leading nominee. I do think, what's her name? Whatchamacallit? I know her name. Yeah, Katie Hobbs. Katie Hobbs I think, is somewhat of a good candidate, and she has more experience. Kari Lake has been like what not a news person. Kari Lake has been like a weather person. That's it. Katie Hobbs is leading barely in the polls, but I don't think Arizona is going to go to Kari Lake at all. It is more moderate. Kari Lake is in my opinion, an extremely far right candidate. She has an ad of her smashing a TV of like Trump stuff. But she's a far candidate. Katie Hobbs, I think, has more appeal. But polls are showing she's going to win. Polls are showing her leading, and I think that's right. Tilt margin, this will be a close one. The polls right now are kind of going all over the place, going up and down. But yeah, I don't see Kari Lake winning. Nevada's a tricky one. I have no idea. They don't have Nevada up here. Steve Solak. Well, let's look. Let me look at Arizona polls here first. Oh, 2018. They don't have any polls for recent years. 2022. Yeah, polls. Showing Hobbs biased one. It's not that much good ones. Hobbs is leading by a lean margin, even some. That could happen. Polls are not very recent though. Now let's do Nevada. Let's look at polls from Nevada. and it looks shows Select winning by a 2% margin, or no, 3% margin, 3 point margin, and I think that could happen. This is just shocking. Really? No, I don't think it'd be that big. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give this to him by a lean margin. He is the incumbent, and I do think the Nevada Democratic Party is having some issues Senate wise. The governorship is it's looking pretty good for them. Um, yeah, 70%. This is showing 6%. This website's pretty accurate, by the way. Um, yeah, this is 20. It is, yeah. This is pretty unsure though, but I think that he's the incumbent governor. I think he's gonna win. Now, next is my home state of Minnesota. Lean margin for Walls. I think he would win barely in a lean margin. I think he would win in a likely margin, maybe. Because, it's Minnesota and Walls is he's not unpopular in my opinion. I kind of like him a little bit, not too much though. I like some of his policies though. But, I think this would go to him in lean margin 5 points. The Republicans have an okay candidate, Scott Johansson. Um, some people are putting that in a tilt margin. I don't think so, but I'm going to say 5 points for Walls. Polls are showing him in a greater 9 points, but I don't think that's going to happen. Yeah, Walls point victory that big, not that. I'm going to say 5 points. Let's look at polls over here. Yeah, this one's showing well maybe 2 points. If all these polls are showing 2 points, so that could happen. Um, 5 points. This one is most recent, so this one I guess maybe 2 points. All I know is 5 to 2 points, nothing lower in my opinion. Um, but yeah, Minnesota is not going to go to any Republican anytime soon. Next is Wisconsin. Oh, they don't have Wisconsin up here. Oh, okay, Tony Evers. I think Tony Evers is going to win. I feel like Tony Evers is. That might be an unpopular opinion, but I feel like he has everything going for him. I really do not see him, to be honest, losing. And that's gonna be unpopular because I feel like a lot of people do think he's gonna lose. Wisconsin has not voted with the incumbent party ever since Tommy Thompson in 1990. They are very anti-incumbent in the midterms. Ever since 1990, have they not? But I think Tony Evers is somewhat enough of a popular governor. And let's just look at the polls. And it's showing that he has a bigger chance of winning. 2 point margin, that might be a little too far. But Evers is in a poll showing him winning by something. Also, let me say something. Polling in Wisconsin absolutely sucks, though. So it's pretty inaccurate. This is showing him winning by 17 points. The most likely one is against Clevefish. He's winning by 4. Biden, and polls are not inaccurate there, though. We're showing Biden winning by 10 points in a safe margin. He only won it by less than a point. But I think Tony Evers will win. I think he has a pretty good chance. Clevefish, I don't know. I think that they're going to stick. I feel like this could change, though. But as of now, I think it's just going to be them. Next is Michigan. Michigan, I think this might be controversial. I'm going to put this in a likely margin at this point. This would be like a 6 point margin for Gretchen Whitmer. The GOP in Michigan has absolutely gone insane. They have no idea what to do. They're just dang it. Oh, sorry. But they just like messed up. Half of their candidates that were front runners have been like scandals. One of the front leader, there's this guy named James Craig. He was a former police chief. He was winning, and he's basically the only chance of the Republicans having a chance of winning against Gretchen Whitmer. Then his thing with Jiggy, to be on the ballot, you need like resumes or something like that, or to start a campaign. Like a lot of those of them were fake, so he could not run. He got disqualified, and then what the other front leader got raided by the FBI after he was a part of January 6th. So it's not looking good. And this is showing an 8.5 margin for Christian Whitmer, and this is 52% for Christian Whitmer. This is basically this is not going to any Republican. They have screwed up the GOP in Michigan. They have gone insane. And another party in shambles to another another local GOP in shambles to another. Pennsylvania, I think, will go to Shapiro. Right, that's how you say his name. I don't know. It's just not going to go to Mastrino. Pennsylvania, Josh Shapiro is the Attorney General, and there's this Mastriano. Mastriano has no chance of winning. He really does not. He was a part of January 6th. I don't think he went inside, but he was inside the building though, or something like that. I don't know. I don't know too much. I just know 4-point margin. I do think he will win by a 4-point margin. 4-point margin. That the GOP in Pennsylvania has just gone insane. I don't know why. First with Dr. Oz, now with this, it's kind of gone insane. But yeah, not a lot to say. Just Josh Shapiro is a very good candidate in my opinion. I think he can appeal to a lot of moderate voters. And Doug Mastrino, whatever his name is, he has really no chance. He's just a really bad candidate. He's one of those people, like, I don't even know. Does he have any political experience? I'm not sure. Let's look at polls on this one. I didn't look at polls. Let's look at polls in, no, let's just do Pennsylvania. This video is kind of getting lengthy and boring, probably. Yeah, Shapiro winning by 3 points, 3 points, 4 points. Pretty likely. But yeah, 3-4 points, Strino likely. And last but not least, Maine. Maine is the former governor is running for again, and there's two governors. Janet Hills is the incumbent, and Paul LePage is the former governor. I'm just gonna put this in a lean margin. Not a lot to say. With the poll show, I think I trust. I feel like Mills will win though. She's the incumbent and it's Maine. So Maine has a weird law where you can have as many you can have two consecutive terms. I mean, you can have two consecutive terms, but you can't have a third term. You can't have a third unconsecutive term. So that's kind of weird, but Maine is just weird with their laws. With the whole district things too and stuff. They're just kind of a weird state. But yeah, I think she would win. But this is what I think the map will look like. 27 to Republicans and 23 for the Democrats. The Democrats are never going to get control of the governorships anytime soon, in my opinion. I feel like that is extremely unlikely. But tell me what you guys think in the comments down below. Do you agree? I feel like people might agree with my states, but disagree with the margins because I am not good. Please also note, like I said earlier, I am not good at the I'm not good at governorships. I don't know too much about governorships. I do have some exceptions. I've been paying some attention to Wisconsin, Minnesota, obviously, Michigan, Pennsylvania. I've been paying attention to the Rust Belt states, a little bit of Arizona, a little bit of Georgia and Texas. That's pretty much it. I have no idea anything outside of that. And the states I do know, I do not know that much about. But thank you guys for watching. Comment down below and subscribe if you're new and like the video and all that. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys again soon.